Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. It's the Cup again, played in Uzbekistan. Master uh, level, I guess. So this is the game against Praggnanandhaa and Javokhir Sindarov. Now this is so good. Now one thing I like about this game is that it actually shows what top level chess is all about. It's all about punishing small mistakes. Small mistake. Just at the highest level, it's all about utilizing those tiny advantages and learning how to convert. Now, Pragg here shows us how that he converts, even in situations where his opponent just made a tiny inaccuracy, right? This game is so good, guys. All right, so we start. D4, D5, normal stuff. C4, A6, knight F3, knight C6, knight C3, and then we have C6. Okay, so this is like all normal, right? Almost everyone plays this. Okay, so we have the knight development, and then we have bishop F4, H6, and then E4, trying to break open the center there. And then black here took uh, D takes C4. All right, queen takes, and then B5, attacking that queen. Queen comes back, and then we have a tiny inaccuracy, but it is still, not a bad move in my opinion, of course. All right, and then white just moves his knight to a4, bishop b7, rook c1, and then bishop e7, knight comes back. Okay, so black is still trying to open that center. Takes. This is like the mistake I was actually talking about, right? So black here sacked a pawn, which is not a good move, of course, right? Now just see what happens here and see how Pragg punishes black from this point until the end, right? So takes. Okay, rook c8, bishop defense, and then black here makes a blunder. This is actually a bad move, and let's see what Pragg does, right? Takes, and then he attacks that weak um, g7 pawn as well as the bishop on e4. Bishop comes back, and then he does not take the pawn on g7, but he takes the pawn on b4. So he's now like up what with how many pawns? Let's see, 4, 5, and then he had okay. So he's just up a pawn here. Okay, the game continued. Okay, now this was like a crucial moment in that white's queen here was not really that active. So black, I mean, white wanted his queen to be active, and then he just wanted to exchange it with the other queen. And then black saw this and he was like, ah, nah. He forces it, he comes back, he forces it, same move, and then white here played another move. Why? Because if he repeated queen d3, it would have been a draw. Oh no, no, it is not 3-4 yet. So yeah, he just repeated. and then he comes back here because it would have been a 3-4 now. Okay, the game continued, and white here played a very good move, which is b4, allowing en passant takes it. Now, what is really bad about black's position here is those two isolated pawns which are queening. The whole idea of winning here is that um, white has to exchange pieces. He exchange pieces and then he's winning. Boom. But let's see what happens, right? Okay, we have got queen g6, then the pawn starts rolling. This is so dangerous for black. Then he tries to, like, check nets and stuff, but it still doesn't work. White just pushes. Yeah, this is like instructive, right? This move looks like it's a bishop sacrifice, but the whole idea is that once you take, he takes, and then he has. Okay, so for instance, if you just push your pawn here, so he has things like rook f8, and this is so strong here. So white here, he just ignores it and he pushes his pawn forward, which is b6. Now, those pawns are queening very soon, right? And black needs to do something about it. He tries to threaten the queen by playing bishop f4. Queen just goes to b2. He tries again. The queen goes to b3. He takes the rook, and white is like, okay, I'm just going to capture. He tries to play another, you know, inaccuracy here, and I completely understand him simply because, like, I mean, what can you do here, right? You have two pawns which are coming, heading in your direction, and they are queening, and there isn't much that you can do, right? Yeah, so he moves his king, which is not a great move at all, according to the engine. And white just rose, right? Boom, c6, queen f4, and white even wants to exchange here by playing queen c2. He tries to play queen f4. He pushes, he runs away, and the last move, queen c5, and black here resigned. There is nothing that he can do, nothing. The bishop is being attacked, and if the bishop, like, let's say he runs, right, and he goes to, let's say, f6, right? Well, what can he do if white plays b7? This is crushing, right? Yeah, and it was in this position that black resigned. Pragg wins, proving how good he is, right? Yeah. All right, bye.